May 30th, and our Great Divide mountain bike trip is underway. Just leaving the border of Columbus, New Mexico. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Ron's like already riding away from us.
I know. He's gapping us.
We're like 7.38 miles in, but not to be exact. I'm having a campfire s'mores goo.
Wow. And snack of the day today is the fruit snacks. And I'm gonna have my second fruit snack of the day.
Wow.
Nature's Butt Bakery, baby.
That's what you got today, Ron?
Big bars.
You know what?
Chicken
My grandson Ender loved those big bars.
Wow. Well, he's got great taste.
Yeah, he really does. Shout out to you, Ender.
Ender.
Hi, Ender.
It was so much fun riding bikes with you last night.
Woohoo!
And I have nature's perfect food. So what you have here is you got the cracker and you got the cheese inside the cracker. So you got everything you need, and you have salt on top of the cracker.
That's
perfect.
That's
and
too
it's
good.
A nice kind of orange neon color, so you know it's good for you.
Hey, if you want,
it has all those ingredients you can't pronounce.
Yeah, that's just electrolytes. That's
Oh,
all it is, just
yeah.
fancy words. So, do you have a cheeseburger?
I don't have a cheeseburger with me. Maybe
I'd give these up for a cheeseburger.
well, maybe tomorrow.
All right.
Maybe tomorrow. We're halfway between Columbus, New Mexico, and Hachita. Today's destination, 24 miles to go. We got a little bit of a tailwind still, and it's 87 degrees. The asphalt is definitely warming up.
Here we are, our accommodation for the night.
We just rolled into Hachita a little while ago. And we're over here at the Hachita Food Mart, getting the keys to the community center.
Well, day one of the Great Divide mountain bike route is in the bag. We actually were pleasantly surprised. We get to stay here at the Hachita Community Center, which is this building. It's $20 a night, and there's showers, Wi-Fi, cots. So I'll take you inside so you can see what it looks like. It was a pleasant surprise. I didn't think we'd be getting a shower today. It's definitely warm out. It's in the high 90s, I think. But here it is. Big empty building. They even had some cots for us. There's Ron. See, he just got out of the shower.
Clean as a whistle.
Yeah, wow. I wasn't expecting a shower today. There's my bike. And a cot. There's Lee.
I'm gonna charge up my camera.
Charging up. There's where Ron's staying. It's actually not too hot in here.
So what do we do today?
So we started the Great Divide mountain bike ride at
Columbus, New Mexico.
At the border at 6:36 this morning. We rode 47.27 miles, 1,000 feet of elevation gain. We were out there for 6 hours. Our moving time is right around 4 hours, so we definitely stopped and enjoyed the sights and some lunch and some snacks. What was your favorite part of the day, Lee?
That was just a nice day. We had a tailwind, so we had a tailwind most of the day. That was awesome.
I think my favorite part of the day is we were on a highway today, but man, all the traffic and truck traffic was so, everybody waved and was polite. Everybody pulled over. There was no problems at all.
It was pretty friendly out there today. That was super awesome.
Yeah, even when some big windmill wide loads came by, the front car warned us so we could get off the side of the road. We watched them all go by, so it was great.
Yeah, that was funny. We love the drivers down here in New Mexico.
And then we are, when we arrived in Hachita, which is a tiny kind of, I don't even know if you'd call it a town.
Kind of a small community here.
But super cool. They're letting us stay here in the community center for $20 a night, which is great. It actually has a shower, bathrooms, Wi-Fi, cots.
Yeah, this is like, wow, this is awesome.
It was a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting to get a shower today.
Yeah, we didn't want to push much further than 50 today, so this works out perfect.
Anyway, Ron's already in the shower, so anyway, it was a great. Did you have any least favorite parts?
I don't think I did today.
Me either.
It was a beautiful sunrise this morning when we were at the border.
Hannah, my daughter, came out to help wish us off, which was great. And
It was good seeing Hannah.
and John, and then actually our Airbnb host came out as well, rode his electric bike out with us, and part of the way for the start of the route. His name is Big Addison.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Nice fellow.
He has a nice Airbnb that we stayed in, and we can highly recommend that for anybody that's going to do this northbound and needs a place. It was a good accommodation.
Definitely. And let's see, yeah. I don't think all days are going to be, it seems like a relatively easy day.
Right? I'm glad it's the first day. We get that one out of the way.
Not to say my legs aren't a little tired, but and I'll probably sleep well tonight, but I don't think all days are going to be like this. It is hot, but seem to tolerate the heat pretty great.
Well, I think that's it for today.
Cheers!
See you tomorrow.
Good morning, Ron.
Morning, Leslie. We got this weird sort of multi-universe camera thing going on.
Yeah.
This will be interesting to see on the... Hold on, let's trade.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, it's you again.
Whoa, what's going on here?
I don't know.
So this is going to make your mom's head explode. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning.
It's day 2 on the Great Divide. We're going to have a Ron doing Ron things now.
I think that should be a thing.
There's a whole channel of that.
The Ron YouTube channel. Check it out.
I don't want to invade your channel with my nonsense. You have enough nonsense here.
This is true. This is true. So, today, what's our plan?
We're going to ride our bikes.
And
How far are we going to ride our bikes today?
We're going to try to get to the RV park like 57 miles away that has a shower. But if not, we'll stop at some primitive camping about 10 miles before then.
That sounds good. What's the weather for today?
It's supposed to be low 90s in Hachita and high 80s in Silver City. So probably somewhere in between that.
Are we going to make it to Silver City today?
Not today.
Okay.
Not unless John comes and picks us up.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Here we go.
Good morning, Lee.
Morning.
It's a lovely morning.
Beautiful out here today. Hey Ron, did you lose your Dr. Pepper back there? Yeah, I'll go back and get it.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are. Our first crossing of the Continental Divide. Woo!
How many are there, Lee?
There's 32.
32. So we have 31 left, Ron.
We're just coming up on Interstate 10 here. We're headed north in New Mexico. We crossed our first Continental Divide this morning, and it's about 4,500 feet. We're 20 miles into the ride today. Leslie and Ron are just a little bit behind me. So yeah, we're gonna ride along this frontage road for a few miles, and then we cross under or over I-10 and continue north towards Silver City. Although we will not make it to Silver City today.
More Lee doing Lee things. Guard.
Cattle guard!
Cattle guard.
Cattle guard! Woo! This is really pretty.
Yeah, it is.
We're 33 miles into our ride this afternoon. It's about 98 degrees. There's not a whole lot of scenery out here today. We got a bit of a headwind. The wind's picked up pretty good this afternoon. We've ascended 700 feet today. We've been riding, we left 5.5 hours ago. Had a couple nice breaks today. It's almost noon. The elevation is 4,800 feet. So we're continuing to climb up. This is Ron, just rolling in.
Howdy. This is Lee, who's been sitting here for a while.
How we doing?
Warm?
It is warm. I got 98 on my Garmin.
Man, you didn't have to tell me that.
I didn't find the ice cream trucks yet today that I was promised.
Yes, there's a lot of things that didn't go as we thought.
But I did see you eating an ice cream earlier.
I did, yes, it was delicious.
So maybe the ice cream truck just skipped me.
Did you?
How we doing?
Not bad, yes.
Doing good?
This is a fun section. Can't really film on it because it's so washboardy. You got your choice. You can ride in deep sand or washboard.
That's rough. And that ginger you gave me is nasty. It's not helping matters.
So sorry. And it's hot. There's not much to look at in this section.
Ovando!
Nice one.
We're out here in the middle of the desert. We have been riding for 9 hours and 39 minutes as of right now, but we took multiple long breaks. It's been probably around 100 and 304 with absolutely, you can see, no shade anywhere. Sometimes we sit in the shade of a yucca tree, took a little nap in a barn. We had heard you could actually sleep overnight at the barn, but we couldn't find the owner anywhere, so we have continued on, pouring water on our heads and down our back to keep cool, taking lots of breaks, keeping it slow. Gonna be really, really, really glad to get into the mountains. There's the Lee and a Ron. Hey, I have a new best friend.
Who?
That cloud right there covering the sun.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. It's getting a bit warm out here.
Does it look like a tomato?
Yes.
Thank you for the cranes, Jen. Woo! They flew 55.7 miles today.
So far.
So far, but we have more to go. About to our destination for today. Thank God. Today was a bit of a tough one. It was pretty hot out in the desert, and the campgrounds that we were planning to stay at if we didn't make it all the way here had no cover or water, and they were hot, so we're a little concerned we'd run out of water. And then Ridge RV Park ended up being about 5 miles further than we were planning, but here we are. We made it. Woohoo! What a day. Day 2, done and dusted. Cheers! Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it is actually, what is it, June 1st? The morning
It
of
is.
June 1st?
It is morning June 1st.
We-
The day we were going to start.
So we're 2 days ahead.
Yay.
Yay. But we didn't do a wrap up last night because we rolled in pretty late. It was dark by the time we got our tent set up. So you want to give a little summary of our activities yesterday, Lee?
Sure. Yesterday we rode 63.5 miles. And we climbed 2,815 feet. And we were out there quite a long time yesterday. It was pretty hot, so we took a couple breaks.
Pretty long breaks.
Yeah, where did we take a break?
Oh, well, the first place, besides some short breaks along the trail, the morning was glorious.
It was a nice morning.
And then it started getting really, really hot. So we took some short breaks. But then we found the Thorn Ranch had a barn. So we actually took a little nap under the shade of the barn. Met 2 other bikepackers on the route that started the same day we did, Mike and Amanda. Kind of saw them off and on all day.
They had water there, so we filled up our water bottles before we set out.
Yeah, so long day. How long was the daily?
Oh, geez, I think we rode for
37 hours.
we rode for almost 7 hours, and I think we were out there for something like 13.5 hours.
Yeah, so
before we got to the Ridge RV where we're at this morning.
The rest time was about as long as our ride time, but I actually don't do so great in the heat. Did a little bit of heat training before I came, which I think really, really paid off, but I had to ride pretty slow to keep my heart rate down. That way it didn't stress my body too much. Was able to keep hydrated, kept on top of the electrolytes, and actually feel really good this morning. Kind of ended the day feeling good too.
Yeah.
Definitely a little fatigue in the legs this morning, but overall was a good day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to today. What are we doing today?
We don't know yet. We're trying to take an easier day to let our bodies recover from the heat stress of yesterday. But Silver City is actually a little further than what we thought. My fancy analytical spreadsheet is wrong. It kind of we rode further yesterday than we wanted, also because my spreadsheet is wrong.
Right, but north of Silver City, we move out of the desert and we go into the Gia National Forest. We start moving into the mountains, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's up by where John and I camped for a couple nights. It's lovely. Much more lovely temperature than it was like 105 yesterday. And then when you're on the dirt, and there was absolutely no shade anywhere. A yucca tree, found some shade in a yucca tree, but there was absolutely no shade. So our Garmin said somewhere between 106 and 108, which is probably all that radiating heat from the ground.
It was hot because when I was drinking my water bottles, it was like hot out of there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some more hot water today. It's just so refreshing. Oh, what was your best part of your day, Lee?
Yesterday, coming through the canyon before we popped out on the highway last night, about 3 miles away, we saw a couple antelope and then a mule deer, and that canyon was just really neat. That was my favorite part of yesterday.
I think I have a couple. I mean, the morning it had rained overnight, so it was kind of misty, and the misty haze and the sun and the temperatures were nice and cool. I was singing out loud. Ron looked at me funny a couple times, but it was quite lovely. And then my second best was when we got to the RV park and somebody forgot to lock the door to the little house. So I wrote an IOU and drank like 5 Gatorades. I was parched, even though I think I consumed 7 or 8 liters of water yesterday.
Yeah, it was nice to get here.
Yeah, and then worst part?
Maybe just the heat. It was super hot yesterday in the sun. It's unrelenting. But other than that, it was a good day. I had a good time on the bike.
Yeah, I would agree. The heat was... I was expecting the heat, so there was no surprises there. Probably the worst is I didn't get great sunscreen coverage, so dealing with a little bit of sunburn, which doesn't hurt at all, but I really was coming out here to try to make sure I protected my skin on this long haul.
Got some nice patchwork going there like I do on my legs.
Yeah, and Lee missed a couple spots.
Down around my ankles. Which
became obvious about midday. Anyway, well, I think that's it for now.
Cheers.
Still in the desert, but the scenery is changing. It is not a rattler. Good morning, Mr. Snake. Better get out of the road. It's story time, Ron.
Awesome.
Yesterday I was going to tell you a story, but we were melting out in the desert, and it was just not the right time. But remember when we were passing the horses?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said you need to get a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had a horse once.
Really?
Yeah. Her name was Candy.
Candy the horse. Candy
the horse. And you would get on her to ride away from the house, and you had to come on, kick, come on. And you'd be going 2 steps and stop, 2 steps and stop. And so one day I was riding her, and I got her way, I don't know, maybe half a mile away from the house. But the problem was, as soon as you turned around to go back to home, you could not stop her. So she took off running at full speed, and there was a highway between us and the house, and she ran right out in front of a semi.
Oh.
And we were it was dicey. So I went home, and guess what?
Sent her to the glue factory.
I went to an auction, sold her for, I don't know, $200 or $300, which was a lot back in the 19 whatever.
That was in 76 to 80 when we lived in Hermiston.
Yeah, so it must have been around 1978. So I sold her at an auction, and guess what? I bought a bike.
And look what happened.
It was a 10-speed.
Wow.
And Leslie wouldn't allow me to ride or play with any of her toys because they'd only last about a day if I was using them.
Oh.
And the 10-speed was definitely off limits. I couldn't ride it. And I had a BMX bike. Anyway, one day I snuck the 10-speed out. And that thing went so fast, it got the bug in me, and I'm never going to get out now.
So that's what started it all. A horse.
Her 10-speed.
Wow.
The horse Candy.
Where are we, Lee? We're in Silver City, New Mexico. We just arrived. It's hot as crap, and we're having some cold drinks.
I already drank mine, the whole thing, in one gulp.
I always thought you had a drinking problem.
I told you, Ron. I told you.
Good morning. Day 4 on the Great Divide route. We're in Silver City, New Mexico at a KOA. Good morning, Ron.
Morning.
It's currently raining, which is a drastic change from the 100-degree temps we've had the last 3 days getting to Silver City. What are you up to this morning, Leslie?
Well, put my flippity flops back here. I've had several people tell me it looks like a corpse, so I think that that was apropos for the end of yesterday.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna put that right back there. And I'm looking forward to riding in the rain. I love riding in the rain. It's my favorite thing on earth.
Got the bikes all loaded up?
Almost. Leslie's straggling today.
What's wrong?
And where are we headed today, Ron?
Probably get the grants today, right?
Wow, that's a long ways. Are you
miles.
sure we'll make it that far?
I think so.
All right.
Or not. Or maybe Lake Roberts.
Maybe Lake Roberts?
Yeah.
Lake Roberts sounds like a pretty good goal.
All right, Lake Roberts it is. We're not going to go to Grants. Let's see. I hope you're not mad.
Oh, I am. I'm so mad. Damn it. I'm going to ride by myself from here on out.
Is this a G-rated channel?
And we're leaving Silver City, headed into the Gila National Forest. Now we're at 6,700 feet, headed up into the Gila Forest. Still have a little bit of rain in the forecast. Leslie's taking off her rain jacket.
I was boiling.
How you feeling today?
Pretty good. What about you?
Pretty good.
Surprisingly good.
I'm loving the scenery out here. So much better than the flat desert.
Morning.
Morning.
We are already 12.14 miles into our 32-mile ride for today. We forgot to do the morning, hey, what are we going to do today? Hey, what are we going to do today, Lee?
Well, we're going to ride to Lake Roberts up in the Gila National Forest.
So, yep, we're on our way. And Lee wasn't ready for snack of the day, so I'm going to do snack of the day.
What is the snack of the day?
It is Jelly Bellies.
Oh, man. Look at that.
And they've already got me up 1,400 feet.
I like it.
Quite nicely. I love Jelly Bellies.
Let's do 1,400 more.
Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Oh, we stopped here to take a look at this cool plant. I thought maybe it was aloe vera, but I cut it open and it's not. Which would have been handy because I have a sunburn on my leg from where I skipped the sunblock while we were riding through the desert. Anyway, that's a really neat plant. And it is lunchtime. And for all my co-workers back home, I want you to know that even though I'm in the middle of a national forest, that McDonald's is still available. And that's what was for lunch today. All right, day 4. And this is the second crossing of the Continental Divide at 7,080 feet. What do you think?
2 down, 30 to go. I don't have that many fingers though.
Yeah, 32. That's quite a lot to keep track of.
We have climbed 1,400 feet this morning. It's a first big climbing day.
Feeling pretty good?
But the temperature is nice.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day. Wow, what a change from the desert. So pretty out here. Oh man.
Haley, what'd we do today?
Well, we rode up some mountains. That's what we did today.
We went from Silver City to Lake Roberts. It was about 34 miles, almost 35. 3,350 feet of climbing, so it was our first kind of big climbing day. And we were out for about, 6.5 hours? And our moving time was 4 hours and 15 minutes. And it started off rainy off and on, but it wasn't cold at all. And then it's been kind of warm and windy the rest of the time. We did have a tailwind a lot of the climb, which was nice.
Yeah, and the mountains are bliss. Oh man, I love being in the mountains compared to the desert was fascinating with all the different cactuses and stuff, but glad to be in the mountains.
Yeah, well, it's the mountains, and it has all the mountainous trees like back in the Pacific Northwest, but it also has cactuses in the trees. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
To us anyway. What was your favorite part of the day?
That little town we went through, was it Pinus Altus?
Yeah.
There was some neat buildings there, some old stuff, some antiques, just a lot of neat old log style cabin houses and stuff. I thought that area through there was really cool. How about you?
My favorite part of the day was the descent. Once we got to the peak at about 8,000 feet, we had this really nice, long, winding, paved descent with no traffic.
Yeah, that was fun.
And it was beautiful. It really opened up and you could see just the Gila forest all over. It's pretty mountainous. What was your least favorite part of the day?
I don't think I had a least favorite part of the day. Today's just been good.
Yeah, same. Me, I didn't really. The whole day was fun, pleasant, nice.
I'm looking forward to continuing pedaling through the Gila National Forest. I don't know, it only took me 3 days to figure out how to pronounce that right. So to all those that are sitting there correcting me, I hope I got it right this time.
Yep. So, more to come.
Hey, Dad.
Shout out to our dad. He's the coolest dad on the planet. I don't think there's any better.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Love ya. Cheers.
Cheers.